I know my boy said, I love the Lord, don't get me wrong.
I know.
But I also love the house.
What did the great Reverend Minister Jordan Houston tell us? These hoes not for everybody.
Mr. Jordan Houston.
There's two things in life you need to remember. Number one is don't save them because they don't want to be saved.
Don't say.
The second thing is that these hoes are for everybody. If you remember them two things, you'll be all right in life.
It's the word. It's the testimony.
My boy appreciate, man.
Welcome y'all to another episode of the Presidential Executive, y'all. This your boy JB, the exec. My homie El Presidente Rag over here, and I'm trying to wake up here, you know what I'm saying? Because the homie was a little bit later than usual, you know what I'm saying? And so, but we had a good conversation, you know what I'm saying, with Vic and Rag over here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
so
no, we had a whole church meeting.
Yeah,
They
literally.
didn't know. No,
literally.
we had revival.
Literally.
Like it's some people who gave their life to the Lord after the conversation we had.
That's true. That's true. So,
and we should have been recording it, and Vic probably did. He gonna slide it to the people.
Hey Vic,
all I know is if my phone ring next week, I'm gonna call you and be like, Vic, you set me up.
That would have been dope. So, but my guy came and blessed us, man. He's from Memphis, but you
By
know what I'm
way
saying?
of
California, LA, right? Is it you in LA?
Specifically Inglewood.
Inglewood.
Yeah.
Up to no good. Up to no good. And you know, this is a guy I think he's already there or on his way, because I went to your website. We'll plug that in here later, and I was just amazed at the quality and the, you know what I'm saying, the professional looking up. I'm like, dang, like,
Oh, and you know what else? Though?
Did
you ever hear people saying that I am Memphis?
Yes.
Did you know that is one of the originators?
Yeah, you know I know.
You know what I'm saying? Of the I am Memphis. Like, man, this man had, and I had.
He got a key to the city, I believe,
but,
right?
Like, they tried to steal that from my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I
remember the story.
You know
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody who's saying I am Memphis and y'all know me, y'all know I do not give a flying flip about nothing. Y'all can pull up on me in the mail truck. I said it. This nigga did it first. If you don't like it, take it up with somebody else, but not us. But he's the nigga that did it first.
That's
For true.
And he got receipts.
And you know, this dude is doing a lot of good stuff. I'm seeing some of the stuff that he's been putting out on social media as far as the shows and stuff. I think I saw Frickin' Frat. Was that Frickin' Frat?
That was a couple of commercials.
It's a good one. Okay. And you know, just a lot of good stuff that this dude is doing, and happy to call him a brother, friend, homie. You know what I'm saying? The one and only Myke Scott.
Man. Playapreneur.
AKA
Myke Scott, AKA Bonafide.
If you see the shirt, he's a Playapreneur. You got that
MTTYB.
Is that trademark?
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
You officially got a trademark.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a process.
I was about to ask you, how long did that take?
Trademarks typically take about 4 months, especially like due to COVID and stuff like that.
Oh, that's it?
Well, it can be a process. Mine took a little bit longer.
Okay.
Just based on the fact that we had what is called an office action. When you try and do it yourself, and it's common.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I always recommend getting an attorney. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
when you get an office action, it could be, you know, a little bit of gymnastics. It's just minor stuff sometimes.
And he's asking because we got a couple of trademarks, and I want to ask you something. But before you do, JB, where can everybody find us at?
You can find us on YouTube. That's ThePrezEx, ThePrezEx, and on all podcast platforms. That's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And I want to keep going because the last couple of times we done ran out of battery.
Yeah.
And so
I was going to ask you, like, what does the Playapreneur mean? What does that mean? Explain it for the folks.
Somebody actually made it a little bit more eloquent than even I did, you know. So on the back of the shirt,
Really?
it basically says that it's all about entrepreneurship and doing it your way, right? It's
Okay.
the official definition is an individual that possesses flavor and embodies the spirit of entrepreneurship. But as one of my customers, she put it this way. She said, "When you an entrepreneur, but you play about your shit." You know, so that's
okay.
you know,
okay,
and that
okay.
I was like, oh, you know what? That's it.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
That sounds like the stamp right there.
Yeah.
That sounds like the stamp right there. Okay, so I didn't know you had it trademarked, and then you got the T-shirt. You got hats or hoodies or anything like that too? With
Not
it?
yet, but we got them in the. I got crew necks though.
Oh, we might have to mess.
You know, because we out there in Cali, so
Yeah.
it's like sometimes it's hoodie, sometimes it's crew neck.
Right. Before I want to get into your
Wait, is a crew neck ain't that long sleeve?
It's a long sleeve like sweatshirt.
Ain't it hot out there?
Man,
I'm asking. I don't know.
People don't know.
Yeah, LA ain't.
Cali be cold, bro.
No, I mean I haven't been that much, but the times that I went, like it was like being in like. Have you ever been to Miami?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you look like last time I was out West Coast was in
Miami
Vegas.
heat different.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Vegas
is scorching.
Love. Exactly. I mean, love in the sense that like I want to say we went in like November.
Oh yeah.
So like we had packed all this long, so like niggas had to go get T-shirts because it's like we packed for the cold, but like cold hit different out that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when you said crew neck, I'm like.
So let me break it down.
That's that Cali swag.
In LA specifically, people consider the city of Los Angeles to be like this. It's a large metroplex. Don't get me wrong, but like it's actually a bunch of different cities all put together.
Right.
So,
right.
But because we near the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Like you really got to keep several different types of clothes in your whip. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as the sun start going down, like y'all 64, I woke up this morning, it's 64 out here right now, right? It's completely different than R64. R64 is like, woof, it's brisk.
A little brisk, cool.
It's brisk. Okay. So, that's just a little tidbit.
Okay. So basically you said Metroplex, so like basically like y'all are like what us in Memphis, like, cause we think like, cause like you hear people say, oh, I'm from Raleigh, Tennessee, or I'm from Frazier, or I'm from Orange Mound, I'm from South, like, but really Memphis is a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real circle of life. Cause if you know Memphis circle of life, but like y'all are actually like, cause I want to say what, Inglewood, Calabasas, Compton, Watts.
So imagine if like, all right, so it's the same principle of like Bartlett, Cordova before it became part of Memphis, before it was annexed. Arlington, Germantown, Collierville, all of those different outskirt areas, they're their own municipalities, right? So Los Angeles County has a number of different cities. You got the city of Compton, city of Watts, city of
Culver City,
yeah, city of Inglewood, Linwood, Lakewood, Long Beach. Like people from Long Beach don't even consider themselves a part of LA.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Hawthorne. The list goes on and on and on, and including the Valley cities as well, where it's scorching hot. It's kind of like the Vegas weather. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, man, but it's a vibe.
Now, before I want to ask you some more stuff and just kind of really catching up, because really this is like pretty much like a reunion too, because it's like we ain't talked in a minute, like talk. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because we can talk about your brand, we can talk about old times.
Yeah, but I do want to hit a couple rundown
talk about
topics.
that karma thing you just talked about.
That's how I want to get a couple rundown talk. Now, Kevin Samuels, passed Monday.
R.I.P.
No, yesterday. May 5th.
Yeah, what's today?
May 5th.
Yeah, it was May 5th.
So yesterday.
Today is the 7th, so that would have been.
Yeah,
today's the 7th.
So I got an executive mindset out there. Go check it out if you haven't already.
He gonna drop it. You know how he do. He gonna drop it at the bottom.
But I want I want to hear y'all's what y'all think about. Well, not even think about him passing, but I don't know if you've been seeing Myke. Like I've been seeing a lot of more females like come out and really have joy in his passing. And so I start with you, Rag. Like what you think about that?
You already know what I think about him, and it's not just
I
because I
want you to
found
tell
out.
me. I want you to tell me.
It's not just because I found out that he was my uncle in my mind.
This man said uncle.
But
Uncle KS.
Yes, but no, like it's when I and y'all gonna laugh, but when I was in seminary, we had an expression: chew the meat up and spit the bones out. So it's basically like when you eating chicken, you don't eat the bones. You get the meat, like what you cannot digest, you get rid of, right?
Right.
And you're
right.
just nasty. But so everything he said was not correct, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
But a lot of people would just listen to the viral parts. And if you didn't watch the whole video, first of all, nobody made like these women call in. They were calling, asking him, right? They also did not talk about, and we read this when we were talking off camera, like it's people who got married after listening to his advice. It's people who talked about their relationships that got saved after listening to his advice.
Testimonials.
So you have to take the parts out that are digestible. And as the late great Paul Mooney would say, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly. And so people would take the part that don't apply and act like that's the whole video. And that might have been 3 minutes of a 15-minute video. You know what I'm saying? But then you got other people, saying the truth hurts. You get, if something that I say, and I'm saying it in a calm manner, and I'm asking you to look at yourself, if that makes you defensive, it may be some truth in it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people got offended because it was some truth in what he was saying. And what he was saying was not a template for everybody. Right? So like he said, if you're 35, like no, some women, like it might have been other situations of why they were in that situation. But for 97% of them, they were exactly what he was talking about. And then the more that he let them talk, the more that they validated his point. So again, I didn't agree with everything that he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about women in general, but a lot of people like, anytime you say, if you're a black man and you say women, it's like you're automatically bashing black women.
Right.
And also, I could be talking about a particular black one. If I'm talking about this chick over here, I'm not talking about all black women. I'm talking about this chick over here. But a lot of times it's made to be like, you're talking about all black women. Well, if you're not doing what she's doing, it's not you. But that's the way people took it.
Well, let me take a pause real quick. I just want to make sure we do have a black woman in here. And I just want to make sure, we're good.
Apparently, she phenomenal because this nigga be always posting some stuff on Facebook about a real woman, ride or die, got my queen, got my back. I'm like,
look, I didn't want to be sure because
she got you on a payroll or something. Like, I mean, she be gas.
I got a wife and stuff too. So we actually had this. We had a little date night early this night, and so we actually talked about a little bit this Kevin Samuels thing a little bit. And so, I mean, she she watches it sometimes, and, we be having a couple talks because, some of my views may not, meet hers to a degree, but that's life. That's what, we got to do. So I just want to make sure we're, we're the tension in the room, no tension,
right.
Our vibes in the room.
But I can't say as you
we're
say
good.
that, though,
okay. I'm just making sure.
As you say that, though, like I'm watching, like she's not,
All
her body language is cool. She's not tense. She didn't flinch up. So,
what's so funny is when we watch some of his videos from time to time, she be like, you know what, he ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, what I realized about some of the women that did take joy, so to speak, and I spoke about this, is at the end of the day, bro, like accountability is a hard pill to swallow.
Very hard.
You know what I'm saying? And not everybody is made for that. I know when she try and hold me accountable sometimes, I be like, bro, I ain't trying to hear this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that it's something that I need to hear. Yeah. Might not necessarily be the thing that I want to hear, but if you notice, he never criticized women that had their shit together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can we cuss on her?
Yes.
Nigga, you must don't. How often do you watch?
I watch.
Man, I was finna say, like, I drop a whole lot of motherfuckers and shit, ass, kiss my ass.
I'm just trying to respect the room.
No.
And then I even had said one time, I'm not gonna say dick, I'm gonna say phallus, but I just said dick. Like, come on now. And shout out to Pastor Moss, but Pastor Moss watches this joint too.
Man, what's up, Pastor Moss? I know he probably don't.
And Pastor Mike watches this joint.
Yeah. Pastor, that's my dog.
Oh no, we gonna have Pastor Mike on here one day.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah.
And I would say he don't know it, but he know because I asked him.
But yeah, do you? But yeah, what I thought, because I did see you did post some, I think this morning.
Yeah, it's just like it was so odd to see women taking joy in it, and it's like, bro, like y'all act like he was talking about each one of you, and he was not. Like any woman that is on top of their game, like he's not like his goal was never to criticize women. It was really for you to have a reality check about you, your situation, be able to look in the mirror, and that's not the easiest thing to be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't at all.
And women aren't used to being held accountable.
When we was back, if you remember, shout out to our old, you know what I'm saying, touring days, because you know we was all over the South and everything like that. Man, me, you, Crown. You know what I'm saying? The guy who always say salute on the intro, Trill Nova. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Nova. But what's one thing I always made sure everybody was, we held each other
accountable.
That's we were big on accountability.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you do some shit, own your shit. If you big enough to do it, be big enough to own it and say I did that and live with the consequences of that, and then don't be mad when somebody corrects you on it, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been time, like, I can say we hold each other accountable all the time.
It's tough.
Like he was finna clown you about what time you showed up. It's been times like,
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Your lady here kind of brought my mood, got me on another level. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when a lady in the room, you know, certain stuff, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep it 1,000 out with them. But, you know, I did what I did. But, yeah, it's, you know, it's all good.
The yak. If you had a cup, you could get some. You're bad. He said if you would have been here on time, you would have had a cup.
Would have had the yak.
I'm good.
Oh, you say that. But I saw the way you was looking at the Martell.
I think he on his level already, though. I think he came in.
Yeah, no, he might have came in on his level.
Yeah, I think he came in. I think he came in on his level. So,
but no, I was going to say, like, though, you hold me, and it's the thing, like, sometimes, dude, like, I be 10 minutes late, and he know I got chased by racist dogs. I had enough time to go hop in the shower. I ate on my way here. But still, but that's accountability, right? And so, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, like you said, when she be trying to, like, sometimes I be like, nigga. But
you be pissed off. You be pissed off.
I do. You know,
having that little bitter beer face be coming here.
Right. And then he send me text messages. I don't respond because he already know. Like, but at the same time, I've never responded like, man, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like when we do chop it up, and I have to tell him, like, look, I got your text. I had the process. But I'm going to work on me. You know, I'm going to do better. You know what I'm saying? But that's what accountability is. And then it's been some times it's not been on this, but he's came to me about some things that he was dealing with. And he was like, what do you think I should do? And so I gave him one scenario, but then I said, but on your part, though, you know, you could have did A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And he'll be like, yeah, but because I love him and that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I expect greatness out of him. So I'm going to hold him up here. You know, and vice versa. He holds me up here. So even when I want to be, you know where I want to be at. We was talking about this off camera. But he ain't going to let me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know where he want to be.
Accountability is a big thing. What you got for him, JB?
Yo, I was, we got that out the way. But I want to get into, you were here for the game on Tuesday, right? You didn't go to the game. Did you go to the game?
Man, we had just got in town on Tuesday, so no, we didn't get a chance to.
You didn't get a chance to go to the game. So now, what is your view on since you're kind of away, so your perspective of kind of what you see from afar from Memphis is maybe a little different because you're kind of, you know, you see things from another view because you're out there in LA and stuff. So how do you see the state of Memphis, you know, from your lens, from where you at?
Are we talking about as a team, or are we talking about as a city?
City first. We get to the team.
Right, so here's my thing. Memphis has all of the tools to be a large metroplex, a large city, and
in which we work. That's why we telling people before. Like,
man,
when we grew up, like,
yeah. I tell people all the time, I feel like this ain't the same city I grew up in. Because when in the 90s, when Harrington was in office, this is not to say
Willie, get the hell out of my office.
This is not to say that everything that he did was right. Because at one point he became king.
He was
you know,
he was
but you know, he had things jumping, bro. Like, I just remember it was like a lot of black excellence going on in the city.
Right.
And specifically, I remember it was a program that he had installed with FedEx. And so kids would be able to come when they were teenagers, like, and working age, and be able to work on the administrative side. So not necessarily at the hub and things of that nature, but you got to learn the operations of FedEx, you know, and how you could potentially become, you know, an integral member of this corporation. You know what I'm saying? But that was a program that he spearheaded because he wanted to make sure that kids had summer jobs and they were productive with their time outside of school. You know,
that was another thing. Them summer jobs, boy.
Man, and I remember, like, my class was like one of the last few classes that was able to be exposed to that. And so I just remember what they did for me, particularly that summer, but then also what they did for my work ethic overall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, the city, I feel like it's regressed, and I feel like it was doing that prior to me getting ready to.
And who's the mayor we have now?
A thief.
Yeah, I mean, but like, you know, the guy.
Strickland. I think
yeah.
Strickland. But we just had a.
And then, you know, they had the coon. I mean, not the coon. I mean, the
You talk about
right. Yeah.
I know you're talking.
You know, Samuel Jackson from Django.
I
Steven.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I know you're talking.
It's two letters in the alphabet that he goes by.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't think
that of it right is he making a run for something?
I don't Yeah.
I can't think of his name right
now.
About
like 5, 7.
But we just voted just past Tuesday for those seats.
He's had
mayor,
like
county,
all gray hair since
councilman and stuff like that.
He was in his 30s.
Hey man, don't do that, man.
I said all gray. No.
You good? You got the.
That man was like the black Colonel Sanders. Stop it. Without the beard.
No, that ain't who I'm thinking about. Then.
Yeah, I can't even think of his name right now. Maybe Warden. That's his name.
Hey,
I don't know why I'm.
I was like, come on, man. Where's the discretion?
That's the man that gave me the key to the city, man.
That's the discretion, and he the one that let them steal it from you.
Be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my tongue.
No, but he let them steal it from you.
Yeah, I remember Warden. That's what I was thinking about.
He didn't speak up when you was coming back.
Nah, he could have done more.
Right. That was just for the cameras.
It just is what it is.
Man, we don't fool with that pandering. You ain't got to say it. I'm going to say it.
Say you going to say it?
No, he didn't say it. Just so y'all know, the Playapreneur didn't say it. And guess what? I'm 100% sober. This is not all yak. I have cranberry juice and Coca-Cola. I'm good.
I don't lie to the people, right?
No, come on now. When have y'all
don't lie to the people.
No.
Don't lie to the people.
No. Don't do it. Cheesy, don't do it. Don't do it.
So, but I agree with you.
But them two, though. Strickland and freaking
You talking about
AC? They what fucked it up?
Yeah.
But I will say this: there have been a lot of developments since I've been gone.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. When did you leave again? What year did you go?
I left in November of 2015.
Okay, so you've been about 7 years.
You know, the first time I came back was like 6 months after I had left, and I remember literally the first step I took off the plane. I seen my boy that I played football with, David Taylor. Shout out to you, man, if you see this. But he was like, man, why you come back to this motherfucker, man? He was like, I was like, bro, don't kill my vibe. Like, as soon as I get off the plane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was telling her, like, it feels like there's a lot of hopelessness in this city. And I hate that because it's a city of. My mama says this all the time. It's a city of perpetual potential.
Yeah.
And they're like literally, we just need what it is, and I've realized this going through the process when I am Memphis. City government has to get out of the way. And what I mean by that is, bro, like they have people that make decisions that don't know what they're doing. They pay for consultants to come in from out of town when it's people here that know exactly what the problem is. And they're paying these people exorbitant amounts of money to solve the problems in the city of Memphis, but we see that the city is kind of stagnant. You know, like I said, there's a lot of new developments, but that's where the money is going to.
Yeah.
When if you just poured that money into the people of the city of Memphis, that don't mean cut everybody a check. That means give the people that's doing the work the necessary opportunities and resources to be able to build the city up. Because this city has people that are ready, willing, and capable of taking this to the next level.
You said something interesting though, like you said that the government has people that don't know what they're doing. Like, name one government anywhere where people who knew what they were doing were making decisions. Like, the most qualified president that we've had, like in the last 60 years, like, what did they let him do?
They basically handcuffed him.
No, I mean, they let him pass the transgender rights bill and the gay marriage thing, like, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's progressive. But like in terms of helping us become better as a nation or as a country. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that everybody, regardless of your sexual orientation or creed or race or religion, you deserve to be treated like a human being, right? But in the grander scheme of making us more productive as a country, like, what did they handcuffed him? And they used a black man so that all of the conservative white people could get mad and say, "Oh, look, that nigga let gays get married, and that nigga let transgender use," like, that's all they let him do.
And on the flip side, they also allowed it to be the catalyst for the discussion of, the racism doesn't exist.
Exactly, because we elected a nigga in office. Yeah. The only reason they didn't vote John McCain in is because when they asked him to vote and raise his hand, he couldn't. And everybody knows John McCain couldn't lift his hands up because of, and I'm not bashing John McCain, he's a war hero, but he could not lift his arms up. Y'all know that ain't no joke or no shade. But like you said, to your point, you have a lot of people here, the people who do know what they're doing, they handcuff, and they only want people that they can control.
I think they're trying to filter out some of the greed that was been here, because a lot of that stuff had to do with the greed too that was in the city, as far as, you know, it's been, especially when the Fords were here and stuff like that, like a lot of money and stuff under the table that were going, kind of to your point, going into the wrong hands, and, you know, really.
Fords.
Yeah, I said it right. Yeah.
I delivered mail to one of their houses.
But I think, yeah, to your point, I think we're getting on the right track. Everything you said was pretty much on point, because I think now with some of the stuff that they're trying to do with next, I want to get your view on the Grizzlies, because then the Grizzlies are going to help the economy and they'll make it to where we need to, you know, make it to be, because Memphis is unique because we've always been a city that has a port to like 4 different states.
No, it's not just that, dude. It's like, so, you know, I was a rampage now at FedEx, right? Memphis is a city that you can get to by water, Mississippi River, right? Flight, and where we sit, train, bus, truck. Like, so we are a hub for every mode of transportation, whereas other cities you might can do flying, but you don't have water or train.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might can do train, you know, and water, but you don't have a big enough airport. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. We look at Memphis International Airport, but UPS and FedEx, they're all out on those grounds. Like, that airport out there is all, like, UPS and FedEx is also out there. And then now Amazon is getting out there. And to your point, like
don't play with them.
You got Amazon coming in. Like it's a new. I don't know who Staples got bought out by, but like Staples is down here. Nike. They're bringing a Sprint thing down here. Yeah. The Chrysler thing that they're moving to Mason, which is like less than an hour away from here.
They got Ford going there too.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So like where we are, to your point, like it's a hub.
I mean, it's perpetual, like you said, perpetual potential. So it's just a matter of really kind of putting it all together. So I think in that, with not going to the Grizzlies and how that could really help not only downtown, because they're building like a whole kind of new infrastructure downtown with I think the adding to the Beale Street Landing and then some new
moving niggas out.
Right. Hotels and doing stuff like that. But like I said, it's to be seen. I said 2 to 3 years, I think Memphis will look totally different. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on kind of the leadership that's going to be implemented in there.
Not only that, how many niggas they move out.
Kind of what it's going to be. But moving on to the Grizzlies here, man. I know you're a big Grizzlies fan too. I see you out there in Cali, man. I see you post, man.
And he went viral.
He went viral.
You didn't see that?
For what?
You follow Unapologetically Memphis, right?
Yeah.
And so, but it's a lot of people I've seen retweet. And I remember when he did it, but then like I've seen people like reposting the "Hey man, say man." It's like a Memphis way of saying "Hear ye, hear ye." And like he had put it, and people have been reposting it. And I've seen people that I know don't know him.
Right.
But they've been reposting. I'm looking at like,
I wish I could see the shares.
And that, like that, and he had even put up a post. He was like, "Man, I went viral."
When was this?
Dude, it's been going viral. Like, go look up Unapologetically Memphis.
I didn't hear it, but I didn't know.
No,
I didn't know he put it out there.
Out to them, though.
He made a post there where he said, "A man, say man" is a Memphis way of saying "hear ye, hear ye."
Right.
And so like they reposted it, but then like other people have been reposting it and retweeting it and regramming it and resnapping it and reclapping it and be re-rapping it and retapping it and every other thing that rhymed with that. And they've been doing it. And then he was like, "Your boy the Slick went viral." And I was like, "Nigga."
Oh, I didn't even know
MY.
Yeah.
MTTYB.
I didn't even know. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
He made the gram. He did that. He know what I'm talking about.
Man, that joint, I woke up today. That joint had like close to 700 shares. I was like, dang, that's just live right now. But
that's wild. I ain't know that.
What I've realized, because I'm in the marketing space, what I've realized is that everything boils down to feeling. If you can make somebody feel something, you can drive them to an action. Every time you spend money is based on a specific feeling. You know what I'm saying? So if you can generate that specific feeling, you can generate capital.
Message.
You know what I mean? But capital can come in a number of different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to always be money. Capital can also be, what do they call it? Attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see the psychology side of that.
Yeah.
You know. But I forgot what we were saying right before that.
Well, I think we're talking about the Grizzlies.
Yeah, yeah.
And how that whole landscape.
So check this out. I found this post. I think I made it on December 7th of last year, and it was right before they got the 3 seed. And I was like, "Hey, what y'all don't realize is it ain't just Ja. They got a big 4.
Yeah,
their situation is very similar to how OKC's situation was
when they had Durant and
when
Westbrook
they had
and Harden.
Westbrook, Harden, and Ibaka.
The Serge Ibaka, yeah.
Very similar, except Harden was coming off the bench.
Right.
We got Ja, Brooks, Bane, and JJJ, Triple J. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, y'all niggas owe Dylan Brooks an apology. And I ain't talking about like him getting suspended for game 3. I'm talking about you niggas that was talking about, man, we need to trade Brooks. This was last year. Man, Jalen Rose calls him one of the best, what do you call him? The false confidence guys. Yeah. Because you see what number he wear. Number 24.
Yeah.
dude ain't to be played with. He compete on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
He might not necessarily
Right.
make the best play,
like Kobe.
Yeah.
but he gonna impact the game in a number of different ways. It don't matter if his shot falling.
Yeah.
He gonna play defense.
This is what I think about Dylan. I was actually talking to my other homies about this today. Like, I think Dylan. Actually, I think we'll be okay for Game 3. I don't think we'll miss him, but I think
they're gonna miss Peyton.
But I think
shout out to the glove, man.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Shout out to him, man.
No hate for the glove, Johnny.
Listen, before you say that, I was just gonna say, man, people don't realize bruh been grinding. Like, even though he been on a number of different teams, I feel like the NBA didn't understand his game because this was when I was at Middle Tennessee with Ryan and West.
Mm-hmm.
We would watch like a bunch of different college games, and I remember watching him at Oregon State.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, he hooping. And he was different than his dad. His dad ain't never been able to jump like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You just caught the brunt end of some North Memphis shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And really, it wasn't the foul that did it. It was the foul.
Yeah, it was the foul.
It was him trying to catch himself that made him fracture the elbow.
I think it's reasonable that he got suspended. But what I want to say about Dylan is I think that Dylan could be for us what Draymond is for the Warriors, but not in the same way, right?
Except for Dylan has offense.
Yeah,
exactly.
When he's hot, because you got good DB.
He like J.R. Smith.
Yeah. When he's hot, he's hot.
Except for he plays defense.
Yeah, exactly.
When he's off, he's off. But I'm saying like with us, because I think if he turns into like our fourth guy, because to me Bane is kind of emerging. I think Bane needs to get more shots than Dylan. You know what I'm saying? But then when Dylan's on, you do what you do. But I think sometimes he can kind of overshoot and kind of, shoot us out of certain games. But then on the other end, he help us out on defense. You know what I'm saying?
And he make all the hustle plays.
Right. And that's what he does.
For loose balls. You know what I'm saying?
So we need that type of person.
Right.
It's just about mixing in, you know what I'm saying, who gonna be that second and third guy. It should be JJ. Should be Trip. But Bane coming up.
Yeah, J3 got to be the second person. I'm gonna tell you why. So
second person like what? Like offensively?
He's got to be. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
So from watching the games that I've seen, and I personally, let me say, if you see this, bro, let me tell you something. I owe you an apology.
You
bro,
do.
Because I was one of the main people leading the charge and being like,
oh, you ain't like Trip.
I was like, bro, we got to trade.
I be reading your Facebook posts, so yeah, you do.
I was like, man, we got to trade J3, man. He ain't it.
Yeah.
And it was because you was injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize how bad the injury impacted you. But this year, I see this nigga the truth. Yeah. And his defensive prowess is amazing. But if he doubles down on playing on the post, he remind me of how Joel Embiid played a couple of years ago.
Right.
How he will always try and be on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
It's great that you can shoot, big dog. But I seen what you did to Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I seen that.
Yeah.
So I need you to be down. I need you to get your big ass on the block.
Exactly.
Because can't nobody hold you.
Yeah.
At all. So
did you see the dunk the other day? I want to say it was the last game.
Trip?
No. Yeah, Triple J. Like
game?
they fouled him, but they didn't call it. It was like a loose ball around, like it was toward the end of the game. Like he got that John and
I think that was the Timberwolves.
Or was it the Timberwolves? No, it was Timberwolves.
Yeah, that was Timberwolves.
Like
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it was on the closeout game when they won. Yeah. Like they tried to foul him and he got the ball and like dunked that John and he like went off and it's like, who gonna do something with him?
See, I think Triple J is interesting. Like I'm not sure he needs to be our second. I think he needs to be our second best player, right? But maybe not the best second offensive player. I think Bane can be like the second best offensive player, and then like, cause he gonna change the game to me on defense. But the only thing with that, he gotta stay in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
gets in foul trouble because he relies too heavily on his blocking ability, his shot blocking ability.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I seen you put up them 7 blocks. You doing some Will Chamberlain type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But my boy, you need to be able to control your body.
Them limbs so long, they just be like.
You know what the best lineup for them would be?
They be touching. What's up?
Was if they had Triple J, Clark, Brooks, Bane, and Ja.
They play them.
Yeah, they do. But I'm saying if everybody got on they shit, like and y'all already know. Don't get me wrong. It's like this. I never go against the home team.
Message.
Right? But you know, like
you a Bulls fan,
right? Now, yeah, since I was 4 years old. But check this out. Like I had my daughter, right? So it's like, you know, I get married and have some kids or whatever. Like I'm always love my kid, but I'm not gonna betray my daughter. Like I'm always gonna rock with my first child,
right.
Even though I want my other children to win. Like if baby girl asks me for something, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna break the bank,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I'm always rocking for. You know what I'm saying? You see, y'all see what I be wearing on here, but at the same time,
he's a Bulls
being that my team is no longer in the playoffs, I cannot root against the home team. But I feel like because of the way they do the NBA now, with like a lot of the small ball, you know, how many real big men you got? You got Embiid, you got Jokic.
Vucevic.
Oh yeah, Vucevic. But.
Everybody
how
else
many teams in the NBA? It's like 32, right? 32. It's not 32 real centers in the league.
Nah.
Like a lot of these guys, if they play when like centers wouldn't make it, right? So I
Bam
feel like
Adebayo is like today's like type of center for Miami.
Yeah, but he would have been a 4.
Yeah,
back in the day, right?
He would have been like a PJ Washington,
right? Or a Barkley, right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a Barkley type guy, right? But like you could start JJ and Clark. Because JJ can kind of go out. Clark can play in. They can flip-flop. Clark doesn't have so much of a shot as much as he can do the floaters and stuff like that, right? But defensively...
He hit an occasional 3.
Right. Defensively, they're straight. Mm-hmm. Offensively, they can move out. And then between Ja Brooks and Bane, you see what I'm saying? Between Brooks and Bane, you got the D. And then you can...
And
I just know because I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I laughed. I was thinking basketball. Y'all just
but they can spread.
I always think heterosexual. That's why I don't pause. I'm always because I don't know how to think any other way.
Hey man, I get that from
you know what I'm
Coop.
saying? Like
I know Coop gonna hit me with that.
I love women. I don't know any other way to think. So when y'all talking about diving for loose balls, I'm thinking basketball. Y'all think I don't know this 2022 thinking. You know what I'm saying? I know basketball. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. And if you do that, more power to you. I ain't mad at you.
When Charles Barkley said that thing, you know.
Oh, right. When you got that body banging you banging against that body. And they start laughing. And I knew what he was talking about. Like, y'all so nasty.
But the way he said it, though.
But I'm just saying, like, Brooks and Bane play good defense. You know what I'm saying? Then Ja, he's not great, but he gives his best effort. And so I feel like
it's because he's undersized.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you're like almost 6'3".
But he's skinny.
Yeah, he is.
He frail as hell.
He needs to hit the weight room.
You know.
He like 170.
But you know what?
You didn't notice on Mondays, like I delivered to his folks' house. In real life. Oh, snap. This is what I meant to ask when you was talking about. No. In real life. Did y'all see that post where they were saying, like, T. Morant is entering LaVar Ball levels of, said disdain or something like that?
Them folks be hating, man. Them folks talking about
and I meant to ask you about that because I realized I wanted to do another episode like that, but, like,
yeah, because he had to support a black ass shirt the last game.
Exactly.
This what it is. Especially with the people that I seen it from, bruh. I'm sorry that your daddy ain't love you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that your daddy ain't never say, hey, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or your daddy just wasn't worth a damn.
No, you speak on that, though, because both of y'all, y'all are in a position that I'm not, but both of y'all know my pops, right?
Yeah.
But I know both of y'all, last couple of years, last year, with your pops passing?
Oh, yeah.
And then It round about the same time,
It's like
right?
2019.
But yeah, so 2019, 2020.
2020.
So, like, all of us had strong dads, right? All of us had dads who believed in us and supported in us and encouraged us. And so, how does that make you feel when you hear stuff like that? And I don't know where you are, but I know you're a black father. I'm a black father. I don't know at some point. You know,
At
you're gonna be there.
some point,
Right?
At some
Like,
point.
how does that make you feel? Like when you see a black father who, I remember when Ja got drafted, right? And he talked about his dad.
They was there together.
You know what I'm saying? They had
with
his
them
dad,
country ass suits
right.
Yeah,
But he talked about how his dad
purpose.
Look how he was going to prom.
Yeah. Like he talked about how his dad helped him get to that level, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like we've had conversations about your pops. You know what I'm saying? And just certain conversations y'all had and certain stuff he said to you. You already know, like me, your pops always treated me like I was one of his own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was going through my rough period, like took me, hey, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know my pops. So when I get happy when I see T with Ja. You know what I'm saying? And like even LaVar, he said what was gonna happen, and what did they do? But then it's like
I'd be rude for him.
Nobody says anything about Archie Manning and what he did with his boys.
It's
know what I'm
because
saying?
it's only because he wasn't loud and boisterous.
Right, because he's not out in front. Like we different. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's just like I'd be at my kids' T-ball, baseball games. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe usually.
No, man,
with-
Archie Manning
with black
told
fathers
folks
or black
that
people,
Eli
period.
wasn't gonna play for San Diego. It was more about Archie. And keep in mind, don't get me wrong, Archie was football royalty, but like the Saints didn't win.
Nothing.
He was their quarterback.
Yeah.
They was the
Right?
Aints.
But
Right.
he's considered
Like literally the
football
Aints, yeah.
royalty. Like they
Yeah.
was 8 and
Yeah.
8. You know what I'm saying? But like
Right.
he's like, no, my son isn't playing for San Diego because they don't know how to win. Like no disrespect, but like the Saints didn't either when you was the quarterback.
Right.
Let me
Right?
just say this.
What
too.
John Elway did, you know what I'm saying? I want to say it was like San Diego or Indiana. Like he's not gonna play for them, and that's how he ended up in Denver.
Yeah.
No problem. But LaVar Ball says my this son gonna be a top 3 pick, and this son gonna be a top 3 pick, and this son can score if y'all give him a chance. But all of them are gonna play in the NBA at some point, and they did that. T is everywhere Ja is, and even like you know how I feel about Karl Anthony Towns, but even his dad, right there, they don't talk about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why is it that like how do y'all feel about that?
Well, sidebar. Archie Manning, Eli Manning is an asshole. I've met him before. You know what I'm saying?
Not Eli, not the Ole Miss Rebel.
Not Eli, not the helmet catch.
He's a fucking
He threw the-
dickhead.
He's an Ole Miss
catch.
Rebel. That's all I can say
He
about
the
that.
helmet catch to David Tyree.
But and it's not like I didn't ask for an autograph or nothing, but like this is when I worked at the Nashville City Club, and it was a bunch of kids that wanted his autograph, and I was like, hey, they just want to meet you right quick and get a picture and potentially get an autograph, and he was like, no.
Dang.
I was like, bro, they kids, they in high school.
He just like, no.
Yeah,
He did
but
like Kareem.
he ended up doing it, but he was a dickhead about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So fuck
Ah.
you. But
Well, he a Giant, so it's always like that with him. I don't fool with him anyway. So,
but
they beat us in the NFC
you know,
championship.
I'll say this. You know, with T, man, I love seeing what he's done. I love seeing what
Salute to T.
LaVar
Morant.
did too, bro. But at the end of the day, LaVar over leveraged a lot.
yeah, right.
Like,
he did.
Very much so.
Yeah,
And like, I didn't really have too much of a problem with LaVar, but then when it became too much,
he can't win excessive. Yeah,
I'd be like, bro, like,
Yeah.
please shut the fuck up
Chill
and
out.
let your son earn his way.
right. Especially
And
with
the-
Lonzo.
And the player that Lonzo has developed into now,
Yeah,
it's because LaVar shut the fuck up.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I think LaMelo learned from all Lonzo's mistakes, and so now you see him going to the next. He was All-Star this year, right? Yeah, he was All-Star this year.
All-Star.
He was All-Star. So I think
But he said though LaMelo was gonna be the best one.
And you can see that when
Yeah,
LaMelo
yeah.
was in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
Like he said LaMelo was gonna be.
But I'm talking about the trend. He
But
he
it
came
goes back
into the
to what
league
you
hitting
said.
though.
You said something earlier though, right? You were talking about how certain players fit with certain teams, and like in boxing they say styles make fights, right? Everybody who goes to it, you get drafted at this place, but you may not fit with that team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm a 3-point shooter and I'm on Golden State behind Curry and Clay and Poole and all of these other guys, I may look like a bust because I'm not going to get any clock. Shooters need shots and rhythm. So if it's not enough to go around, I'm going to look like a bust. You put me on the team, don't have any shooters, all of a sudden, like we see in the NFL, they make bad draft picks out. Like they put you on the team, you're a pocket quarterback with no O-line.
That's like
you know
Matt
what I'm saying?
Stafford.
Right,
when he was in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. You put him in LA, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow! But he was always that guy.
Yeah.
He just had a trash. What an organization
and a collection of players
gave him trash.
They never would protect him.
Yeah, and so it's like some of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to put them in the right situation in order to win. And a lot of times when players get drafted, Lonzo would have been straight in LA, but then LeBron came. And so you got a point guard who needs to pass.
Yeah, LeBron messed it up, yeah.
And again,
yeah.
LeBron is top 5 all time, right? But like LeBron has to have the ball. And so if I'm a point guard that's got to dish to people and I make other people look good and you always got the ball, so now what am I doing? You see what I'm saying? And then we see now everybody who they got rid of, Caruso, Lonzo, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Clarkson, all 6th man of the year. Randle won most improved. Like Lonzo's doing well. Brandon Ingram was killing in the play. Like all of these people you got rid of, and it's like, oh, we too old. You had Larry Nance Jr. You had your role players, you had your dudes, but you got rid of them, and so they didn't fit that situation. And so then when you put Randall in the team where it's like he can play now, he needs to get a right hand, but
he need to mature.
But he can play. Oh, Lonzo, he can distribute, and now he worked on the shot. Oh my goodness, Brandon Ingram, he became the guy. Give him the ball. Like, oh, he's a bucket. Larry Nance, good role player. Jordan Clarkson, 6th man.
So you was right there with it. You was right there with it.
You saw that
team, right?
So this was the problem that I saw from the jump when LeBron came. I was excited that LeBron came to LA, but when they traded Lonzo, it was because this is LeBron's biggest fault. And I say this as a LeBron fan. LeBron does not know how to, what's the word? He doesn't know how to change or adapt his game.
Give less.
It's
LeBron.
because he's used to being the best player on every single team
and having the highest usage.
Yes,
every night.
Like, and that's why Westbrook didn't do well.
Here's the thing, though. When he was in Miami, when they won, he played the 4, and he didn't handle the ball every time. That was Wade and Mario Chalmers. Now, LeBron would bring the ball up the floor, but he wouldn't distribute all the time. That was on those 2 individuals. All he had to do
boy with the fade,
Norris Cole.
Yeah.
But if LeBron allowed Lonzo to be the primary ball handler, oh, bro, they was definitely.
But you see, I think the main difference with that, Miami ran a tight ship. So they literally probably told LeBron,
but that's why he wanted to leave though.
But every other team, he pretty much do whatever he wanted to do. With the Lakers, he was gonna do whatever he wanted to do anyway,
like he did in Cleveland.
So, but yeah, that's that. We can talk about ball all day, but I really want to get into what you're doing now because I actually got your website up now. It's just beautiful, man. Look at that.
Shout out to my developer.
Look at that.
Hey, nigga, you develop your stuff.
Man, you got the stuff got forward and stuff like that.
I'm just playing. I don't know. No insult to anybody. If Miss Brooke, if that's you developing stuff, I apologize. I was having too much fun.
Creating immersive experience for your brand. Scott Squared Media. ScottSquaredMedia.com. Tell me about that, bro.
Man, so that was birthed out of the need to, not just the need to leave a situation, but also, like, I've always had a passion. This is the thing. I realized I wasn't necessarily just in love with music, right?
You told me that the other day.
I was in love with storytelling, bro. That was my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at a lot of the music that I've created in the past, and I was like, yo, like I was a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? In a number of different capacities.
One more on that.
And what I realized is that I could use that in a way to get paid.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily about the money, but I knew that it was very lucrative. And so that's where it came from. I also realized that the biggest thing for me was I got tired of being told no.
Yeah.
I knew that my music was good enough for sync licensing and things of that nature, but it's a very difficult thing to break past a lot of the BS and a lot of the the politics that goes into sync licensing and things of that nature. Like I tell people all the time, I'm trying to model my career after it's a singer named Aloe Black. A lot of people know him from it's a song called "I Need $1, $1 is all what I need."
I thought you was gonna say I'm the man.
That's what a lot of people know him for.
Okay.
This man
so that rang a bell. We said like that.
Several records,
right,
that were synced across a number of different commercials, video games, and everything like that. But that's who I really want to model my career after.
You got a song too.
Yeah,
I just want to run it up,
man.
Hey, that was my nigga. Hey, that was my junk.
That was my anthem, man. But,
so with your company, what is it? Is that an LLC? What is it?
So it's an LLC with an S corp designation.
Okay.
Basically, like LLCs are taxed at like 8.5% or 8.75%. We're taxed at 1.5%. So it's a lot better tax incentive.
Yeah, because I heard that's the best way to do stuff now. Because I remember when we had a music production company, when I had that, it was a straight LLC, and the lawyer and stuff I was talking to, they were saying like now, the way you're doing it is probably the best way. I don't know if it's depending on states where that makes a difference.
I mean, Tennessee is a goal, man. I didn't realize that before I left.
Yeah, as far as like you talking about taxes and
yeah, right. But see, you needed to leave so you could.
Yeah.
And then get all of
That was a big puzzle piece.
And then then you can
That was a big
and
piece.
then you're back and then everything is You see how I had a whole conversation just using the sound effect?
So with your company, so basically what you're telling me, if y'all didn't know, he's still an MC. Can I still call you an artist, MC? You know, he
wears multiple hats. Not be an MC.
Okay, he wears multiple hats. So
mic controller.
Basically, your storytelling in music kind of propelled you to do this kind of in video film.
Yeah, and so we dove into this in 2018. Neither one of us had formal training in digital marketing or creative agency work, but I just knew that I knew how to write ads. Like for people that don't know, I went to Middle Tennessee State University, and I was in the mass
Blue Raider.
Yeah, right, I was in the mass communications department.
I mess with a wife. She went to MTSU too, so I be messing with her on there all the time.
That's a lot of y'all that went to MTSU.
There's a lot of Keenan all the folks.
Man, that's my guy right there, man.
What up, Cass?
But we let's see here. So at MTSU, I was in the mass comm department. I was in the music business program, but my minor was electronic media management. And so I took classes like radio station operations, advertising, things of that nature. Things that taught me color theory and advertising. So why specific brands have specific colors as a part of their brand. Like McDonald's is red and yellow, and it's because those specific colors evoke emotions.
Certain images and emotions.
It's crazy when you start really breaking it down. Everything boils down to
they do it for a reason.
Yeah, it's a psychological.
I was telling Vic before, because before we started doing this podcast, I had no idea how to edit or to do anything like that. So the way I edit and stuff now, I look at TV and stuff just way different now, because certain angles makes you engaged and certain, you know what I'm saying? Just like
it communicates.
Right. On the next season, we're trying to get 3 or 4 cameras to where he has a camera, I have a camera, and whoever we talk to have a camera, because those angles make a difference. Because when you zoom in on somebody and then you wonder like, dang, you spent 15 minutes watching this, it's because of the angles and the colors and the lights and stuff that you looking at. And so I'm looking at a whole lot of different stuff different now just because I've started editing stuff. And so, but you're in this space all the time, and so you know the code pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
But like
to
you
get
said,
people
like
to,
how McDonald's got the red and yellow. Think about that. Wendy's, Taco Bell.
What's Wendy's? Red and
Burger King. No,
red
but
and
they
Wendy's is red and yellow.
They got the
They red and
certain
yellow too?
colors because when you see them, it like does something mentally, like where you get hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like if
Coca-Cola?
you think about a lot of a Pizza Hut, when you think about a lot of these restaurants and
That's
stuff like that,
So
it's
what's
a
red
lot of
supposed? What's red represent? Like, does that red like?
It depends. It's a number of different things. So
Okay.
it can evoke anger. It can evoke hunger. It can evoke urgency.
Because I was thinking CNN. I'm going to say like CNN, red and white, pretty
like
much.
breaking news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it definitely represents a level of importance.
Right.
It can also represent romance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a number of different ways that it can spin. But in all of the time that we've been doing this, we started in 2018 and now we're in 2022. It seems like it's just such a short time, but boy, it's been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
What I realize is that everything boils down for a consumer. Everything boils down when it comes to your brand. It boils down to experience. That's the most powerful word in marketing. And to bring that full circle, the experience that we create is immersive. We want you to make you feel like you're inside of the content. You know, that it's a part of your daily life. Now I'm in a point now where I don't even edit. Most of the time, I don't even edit horizontally anymore. Everything that I do is vertical, and it's because when you create the vertical experience, it's full screen. You know what I'm saying? So you feel it's a more aesthetically pleasing experience for your end user. You know what I'm saying, or the viewer. You know what I mean? Like I know when I'm looking at videos and stuff like that, I always and then open it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening it up all the way. That's why reels are so popping on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, but the beginning of us starting this, bro, was really just about understanding that I didn't want to settle for the life that I currently had at that time.
Yeah, you what were you doing before then? Were you like 9 to 5 in it?
Yeah,
Cubicles.
I was in the trucking and logistics field.
Okay.
And trucking saved my life, bro, because I was.
There's a lot of money in that though.
Yeah, but it was.
He ain't lying because I called him several times. He was like in the truck, like we're talking, and he's like on. I'm like, "Are you dressed?" Like, yeah, no, it's cool. G. Like he was literally on the road.
Yeah, and the thing is though, it saved my life. Like before that, I was on a crash course. It was either gonna be death or the penitentiary.
Yeah.
It was either one of those two options.
Yeah.
And I felt like being in Memphis, and this is not to say that Memphis was the problem. What it was being in a city that had limited options.
Options as what? Like
for me to like really create a path for myself, especially financially.
Okay.
It wasn't conducive for what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt myself being on like a hamster wheel here. You know, I'ma always love my city because it made me the person that I am. You know what I mean? But it just wasn't conducive to me growing at that time. And so I made that decision to go ahead and dip. And it was scary, bro. It was very scary.
But the first place you thought was Cali? Or was...
So, beforehand, it was a toss-up between L.A. and Atlanta. Atlanta was the safer play.
Right. Everybody
I already had people down there, like that I went to college with. One of my best friends, he lives in Atlanta. Shout out G Father, man. G Father producer. What's up, my boy?
Yeah,
so
and it's closer here, so you
so I was home. You know, it was easy, right? But I was talking to my partner Wisdom, and this was when he was in Miami. And for people that don't know, Wisdom, he is a producer, a music producer. Definitely produced some of the hits that you probably know today.
Okay.
You know, underneath another producer, but I can't. I
We
won't
can't.
put his
Okay.
business
All
out.
right. All right. All right.
But he was telling me, man, like, bro, like you could go to Atlanta, but you know, is that really gonna be the more fulfilling move for you? And then I ended up having the luxury of going out to LA for work, actually. That was the first time I was able to go. And I was able to reunite with my mom's side of the family because all my mom's side of the family is out there. My great uncle, who I lived with when I first moved out there, he helped me transition out there. And he was a city councilman for years in the city of Los Angeles. So he was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So we all met up. It was him, two of my other uncles, or whatever. And man, it just felt like home. You know what I'm saying? Like it was wild. Like I was like, yo, like this is where I'm supposed to be.
I can do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Atlanta felt like a destination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't opposed to it.
Yeah.
But when I got to LA for that first time, I was like, yo, this ain't just Hollywood. This is my family is here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I made the transition, I ain't gonna lie, it was rough. You know, like I didn't have it as rough as a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I done been through some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I already know. I got a homegirl that's been down there since we graduated from TSU. She's been down there trying to act since 2005.
Wow.
And I know all her experiences. She, that she been through and still trying to, what I'm saying, get on. And, what I'm saying, just I think you having family out there really, really set you up to really kind of immerse yourself into it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because there's a couple people like with her, like she was like kind of just,
by herself,
thugging it, man. You know what I'm saying? Kind of by herself with that. And that life out there, it's either, you know what I'm saying, 8 or get 8. You know what I'm saying? Either get 8. You know what I'm saying? So from what she was telling me, so I'm sure you may have had some similar experience. You know what I mean?
Man, it's real. My homegirl. Look while we was late, we was eating. You know what I'm saying? With my homegirl, she a producer. You know, but she was telling me, you know, that she originally didn't want me to go. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, yo, LA is like a lion's den. And it is, bruh. Like, I've seen niggas that I know and love turn into people that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, bro. Because the city will chew you up and spit you out if you allow it to. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the sunshine.
Yeah.
It's not just the bad bitches, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you right now. If you don't got your head on straight, and if you ain't got this, you know what I'm saying? And more importantly, if you ain't got the connection, you know what I'm saying, between you and the maker, bro, like it's not gonna work out.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what happened, when Paco was out there. You know, he was out in Redlands.
I remember that, and, that's the country though.
Right. But he was going to was it Redlands University or college that's out there, but like he was with, George Foreman's son and the guy the Men's Warehouse guy. I guarantee like his dog, like he knew a lot of these folks, you know what I'm saying? But like you got, like you said, he's in these infomercials and commercials and playing the extra in movies. But like, if your mind ain't right, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm rubbing elbows. Your dad's a millionaire. Your dad used to be the heavyweight champion of the world. Like, your dad has his own corporation. Your dad's a lawyer. But if your mind ain't on right, so they're going on and constantly going up, and he's, turned. You know what I'm saying? He's having a time in his life, but they're constantly going up. And he's still, where he's at. And eventually it got to a point where it's like, people caught, like, where you at? What's going on? Like, what you got going?
And the favors.
Yeah, exactly.
The favor, like I said, my homegirl, she done told me plenty about shows she could have been on, but she had to do a few things to to get those parts. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't on nobody casting couch.
Oh,
Don't do it.
That's what I've heard from her and a couple other people that I know actually out there. Actually, one of the homies, she big on YouTube now. She went to TSU. She's what's her name? Gabe Flowers. Her and her husband got like this big YouTube thing, and they popping now. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it just really kind of depends on you know, your flavor, kind of what you getting into out there.
Yeah, and then, you know, it's fun. You know, we talk about the queen right here. You know, she the ultimate plug. Because,
Brook.
Yeah, man. Brook Jean. You got to add the Jean. You know what I'm saying? Brook Jean.
Yeah, I wish we could turn around. You know, the camera.
No, that's on Crown.
But
see her, but
I'm
yeah,
just playing. We love you, Crown. Please don't mess my shots up in the video because you know how you do.
So she ended up working on LA's Finest, which is the Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba show.
Okay.
She was doing the social media, and she got connected with my homegirl now, my partner, man, Chanel. And so Chanel called me. Like, she knew that I was trying to get on set. And before COVID, bro, like, it was very difficult to get on professional
especially
sets.
out there.
Bro, like,
you know, Cali, y'all had to wear like 3 masks, didn't it? Folks out there in Cali, boy, they strapped up with like.
They done had, COVID, they got COVID officers. They got
officers.
Yeah, so like on productions,
you wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah, like this was like an entry level position to get on to set at this point because they was getting paid more than PAs. Now that I think about it. But like, you know, I got a call. The first show I ever was able to do was NBC's Mr. Mayor with Ted Danson and Holly Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Holly Hunter. She's so good.
Holly Hunter. I'm gonna have to Google.
Watch when he say Holly Hunter. It's gonna be a picture. You know how he be doing with the sound effect.
I'm looking at Holly Hunter.
But okay. And then from there, like while I was on that set, I got a call to go and work on CBS SWAT. And from there, like, bro, I just been grinding. And
was that with your company? With the
so I was working as a PA. You know,
which is production assistant.
Production.
Okay, I'm about to say let's do it because I'm like, what is that?
Because he just said PA like 4 times. I'm looking like that means production assistant.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but it's an entry level position.
Yeah.
And you figure out. There's a lot of people that's perpetual PAs. You know what I'm saying? That don't really end up doing much. Like I know people that's been PAs for 10 years. But they comfortable doing that. That's fine.
I think Devin Franklin was a PA before he got to where he was at. Devon Franklin, whatever. Megan Good's former husband.
Oh, the nigga that was crying and snapping himself.
Look, I got excited. He said Megan Good. I got hype. Y'all heard that, Glass.
He was crying. What you talking about?
I got hype. He said Megan Good.
He took a picture of himself, man. Like
I ain't see that. What he cried?
Like,
he said Megan Good. I got hype.
When you crying, fool, it's nothing really wrong.
Like I was woke, but he said
like
that
you
like
straight, fool.
My spider sense started tingling.
This man got up for Megan Good.
Look, even Crown had looked at when he said Megan Good. Crown was waiting on me. He knew. Like my spider sense started tingling.
So, man, my uncle Nathan, fool, he's so funny. That man said, he said, look who I saw today. And he sent a picture. This is right after they broke up. I'm like, man, why is you with Megan Good? Man, shit.
Looks like I need to be kicking it with your uncle then. We need to be trying to.
My dude,
if he running up on Megan Good like that, then I'm just
funny
saying.
As hell. Like, he just be moving in circles you don't even think he is capable of being in.
Who we talking about? Who?
My uncle.
Your uncle? I thought we were talking about Devin Franklin.
Nah, I got uncle. He was with Megan Good like right after they broke up. You know what I'm saying? Like not as in like they was together, but like
he just ran across her.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, nigga, what is you doing?
Because Megan Good.
Well, she was trying to get a groove back though.
But if you're looking for me, I'm just saying.
This man trying to shoot a shot.
I'm not.
This man got twins on the way.
I'm just saying.
Shit, he don't mean it.
I'm just saying.
He don't mean it.
I'm just saying.
He don't mean it.
But
then if we run across each other, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna do it. If that's the thing.
So
who doesn't like making good?
But
Am I
was able to like really finesse my way, and now I got into one of the local unions in a year's time, which is unheard of.
Now, what's a union? What you saying, like a
So
union?
like on productions, bro, like there's a lot of
It's a lot of lingo, bro. Like I'm trying to I'm like, dang, what's a union? Like
So-
I know what a union is here. Like
it's the same concept.
pretty much the same thing.
So like
Okay.
shout out to the Hollywood Teamsters, man. You know what I'm saying? Local 399, we gang that. You know what I'm saying?
Local 399.
We gang that. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? But on a serious tip, bro, like so in order to pull off these productions of large scales, you need skilled workers, right? So you got people that there's a on a lot of different sets. There's a mill, so you got people that's like woodworkers. You know what I'm saying? They are building sets and things of that nature. Like it's a lot of craftsmen. There's people that are set decorators, so like they like are responsible for how the environment looks,
Yeah.
you know, for the shot. You know, you got people that are wardrobe. You got people that the camera operators, the people that handle the lighting. Like all of these are specific
Right.
tasks, and each one of them is delegated to people that are within a specific union. You know what I'm saying? So that's how everything breaks down. And people tell me all the time the way that I moved up from PA to the particular union that I'm in, which is the transportation union, is unheard of. Like the fact that I feel like God aligned a lot of this stuff because I didn't know that I would be able to use my license in this way. You know what I'm saying?
Favor.
Yeah, it is. It seriously was because I was trying to figure out like you only get a year to get the amount of days that you need in order to to become a part of this union, and it's the strongest one in Hollywood. And so like when we ask for stuff, like you know, it might be a negotiation, but they gonna fold and give us
Y'all
what
like
we need.
E.F. Hutton. When y'all talk, people listen.
Yeah. So shout out to Jimmy Hoffa for
No,
starting.
not the Hoffa.
Look, he started the Teamsters, so I got to
Right.
give him his props. You know
Wherever
what I'm
you
saying?
are.
So you're. This dude said
Oh man, R.I.P.
So
No, no.
with what you're doing now, so what is? Do you have a goal where you trying to end up?
Yeah.
Like producing films or, you know.
I got a few things. So I produced and directed, edited all of it. For a show that I created. It's called It's About Them Time. Go and check it out on YouTube.
Okay.
Starring YouTuber Raina Huang.
Say it again so I hear it. So when I'm editing, I can maybe put it down below.
Yeah, Raina, Raina Huang. She's Chinese. So H.
Well, actually, the name of the show again. The name of the show.
So it's like it's about damn time, but it's about them time. BAO. Which is a type of food. Dim, which is like dim sum, DIM, and then time. So it's about them time.
Golly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he gonna have to rewind it several times.
I'm gonna send you the link.
Send me the link.
But no, I
so that's your show? That's your
I created this
production.
show.
Okay.
And it was only a 3-episode series that we put together for one of my clients. And you know, it's the most challenging thing I've ever done. But because I've done the process, I realized, oh, I can do this shit for real.
Yeah.
And I got like 2 other shows just tucked. And when the time is right, I'm gonna pull out.
You write the shows, or do you have?
So the ones that I have are unscripted. There's one that I'm gonna start working on with one of my partners. He from the M too. That is gonna be scripted.
Dope.
Well, if you do some
shout out to
animated
Dex
and you
Pierce,
need
man.
some voices, like I got you.
Hey, say less. It's so funny. We'll talk about this off camera.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm gonna talk like somebody for Crown who knows who I'm talking about. I need for everybody to understand Yeah, you
we
gonna
like
know,
we like what?
because we was talking about him earlier off the camera, but I'm just let that. Don't do it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Don't do it. But you gonna know what I'm talking about. But you gonna know, and that's it. Like that quick. Oh, he laughing, but you gonna when I say it, you gonna bust out. You gonna fall on the floor laughing.
Oh man!
All I'm gonna say is I used to be in staff meetings tripping out. Me and Tim and like
yeah,
he got it now. He already know. I know. I love him. That's why the voice is an homage.
So so that's what's up. So you actually say you got 2 tucked in your back pocket that you know what I'm saying that we'll be able to see later on.
That I might be voicing a voice on.
Right. Well, we supposed to be in DC Undercover with Cornelius. You know when he doing that new show he doing up there in DC.
There, man.
We had Cornelius from
I
Ready to Love.
Gas station attendant number 3.
Yeah.
Like we out of Newports, bro. You got to go down the street.
That's dope, man. So you got that going on, like, and I'm still looking at your site here. Look like we can maybe even use your services, cause
man, we gonna see.
Man, let's do
our
it.
core services at Scott Square Media.
You've been shot the shot out last season about editing and all of that, so we gonna see. We gonna see what he gonna do.
Hey, it looks.
And as a matter of fact, the series is actually, if you go down to past performance, that little area,
it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. When you click on digital series.
That's what's up. So
Scott Square Media.
So how involved this is your lady here, Brooke? Is she involved in the company?
Bruh, she is the lifeblood of the organization.
Not the lifeblood. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. She making a blush over here. That's what we can see. She blushing over here.
She light skin too, so she didn't turn all the way red.
So
I'm taking notes, bro.
She handles the operation side. So she makes sure that I'm in line, I'm organized, and I get things done by a specific time.
Okay.
Is he difficult? Is he difficult to do that sometimes? Is he difficult to do that?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. I was just asking.
She be like, bro, I need you to get this done.
And she start clapping and
she don't go Memphis on me, man.
That's another question I'm about to ask. So has some of your lingo from the M
100%
has
100%.
Like you said, my voice went viral. Hey man, say man.
She be saying that all the time now.
But I'm saying did it transfer a little bit because you hang around somebody so much, it's just gonna happen automatically.
Bro, the main check me. She don't even check like that.
Oh, you check too?
Oh no, she didn't.
And then when she just thinks she's so cute, so like when I be checking her, like she be like, "It don't matter, I'm fine, I'm cute." You know?
Do he like try to hit you with the Cali? Get in the core right now. Yeah, get in the core. Over here right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's on. Nah, I can't say that. No,
don't do it.
If I pee on Darby.
No.
That's dope.
Nah, but so yeah, she handles the operation side of everything.
In the digital market.
Yeah.
Digital marketing.
When it comes to Facebook advertising, she's a whiz at it.
Okay. Snap, man. We may need to talk too, because like honestly, with this, you know, we've been doing this for almost about 2 years now.
I was gonna say it's 2 years.
Yeah, it's been over like 2 years, and so, you know, this is my workspace back here. So it's like I work, you know what I'm saying, to do my IT stuff. I got my 3 monitors and stuff, and then sometimes I edit, you know, on certain times when I have it. So it's like, you know, we need help in certain areas and stuff like that. And it sounds like y'all may be the plug to give us certain information that can, you know, help us out. You know what I'm saying?
I'd love to sit.
So we'll definitely talk offline with that. We'll definitely talk offline with that. And where can we get your information and stuff? Because I heard you just got a new Instagram, right?
Yeah, man.
Somebody hacked your page.
Done got me up off of the gram, man.
They done kick you off.
Weak ass nigga, man.
They done kick you off.
Zuckerberg.
Man,
like Boosie would say, Zuckerberg.
So
because I saw that. I'm like, this man said, no, he got more followers than this. I said, oh, it's a new page. He got hacked.
It came up with my thing, like people you may know. I'm like, ain't I already following you niggas? New page.
Right.
Yeah, I had to put that
profile.
on there because I knew people was gonna think it was spam. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, me and Crown too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know how they be like, you are in danger of you losing your account.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Based on like comments or like, I can't even check with my niggas now, bro.
Yep.
Ma,
No, I
Ma,
They took it away.
Ma, yeah. Like I logged in. It was right after we left this restaurant. I logged in, and the jump was like, "Oh, we've noticed some suspicious activity
Not the
on your
suspicious
on your
They
account."
gotcha. Yeah.
And I was like, "What you mean? I was just on this shit like 3 hours ago. What you mean?" And it was like it asked me to verify with my phone number, send me the code. I put it in, and it was like, "All right, we'll get back to you in 24 hours. If everything check
Dang,
out,
24
you'll be
hours,
able to
okay.
get back in." Man, them folks deleted the junk. And I just, there's a way apparently that I can
Crazy.
possibly get it back. I just don't care enough.
So you did a new jump.
So I just did a new junk. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, bro.
Them folks took
I'm glad
that
you. How many
junk.
followers did you have? How many followers did you
I
have?
had close to 5,000.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I was a big
It was
deal
up there.
out here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nigga,
Yeah.
I could get the word out.
Right.
David, they look different from 5.
Yeah. But my bro, Myke, I
Man,
appreciate.
shout out Myke Scott.
I appreciate y'all for coming through.
I appreciate you
a
having
very
me,
special
man.
guest you had come along with you. The beautiful Brook.
Bow.
Last name was
As you
your
can see, hashtag
Jean.
bow.
Yeah.
Brook Jean. Oh, man, okay, that's kind of a dope name. Okay,
Mhm.
That's a
It's
dope
kind
name.
of country if you think about it.
I don't know.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit. But that's cool though. You know, you at home now. You know what I'm saying?
What's so
that
funny?
fits right where
I'll
we
tell
at.
y'all fine.
Yeah, that fits right where we at, y'all. But until next time, y'all continue with that executive mindset.
And y'all already know, most definitely keep it presidential. Arrivederci. Bow.
Oh, and you know what? That's broadcast.